It is the 9th day of the 9th lunar month of 2009, the birthday of the true warrior emperor. In the purple heavenly palace on Mount Wudang, a special prayer meeting is being held. A 10-year-old girl is full of curiosity about everything she sees around her. Her name is Zhang Xiaofei, and this is the first time she's seen such a grand religious ceremony. In the eyes of mere mortals, this kind of religious ceremony is just a combination of music and dance, although people are always intoxicated by the melodies and graceful movements. However, for Taoists, this ceremony is endowed with another kind of meaning. It involves the study of change, of philosophy and astrology, and many other deeper matters in which almost all the ancient sciences can be found. This sublime and solemn ceremony is thus all-embracing. For young Xiaofei, it is certainly an entrancing and mysterious world. The parents of Xiaofei have sent her to Mount Wudang because she's shown herself to be a good student. They hope she will begin work at sunrise and rest at sunset, along with all the Taoists who reside here, joining them in living a simple and quiet life. Xiaofei has met Xiao Du, who is about the same age. The religious ceremony on the double 9th day of the Chinese lunar calendar has profoundly affected the two young girls. The Taoists, dressed in robes woven with gold and silver threads, hold a variety of musical instruments and play classical tunes while making special movements and gestures. All of this is done to facilitate communication between heaven and earth. The girls are deeply impressed with what they've seen. As of now, the girls have one simple wish: to become qualified to dance at the altar. However, Xiaofei is interested in more than just this mysterious and fascinating ceremony.
那些星象的话，北斗星我从一开始就知道。然后在家的时候，就是晚上嘛，一吃完饭了之后就喜欢坐在外面看星星的。我喜欢数星星。
On special days, the Taoists of Wudang climb the highest peak to observe astronomical phenomena. From the time of the Ming dynasty, Wudang was the place to which the imperial family would come to hold Taoist rites. As Taoists could deduce things from changes in the heavens, including the fate of the imperial family and the fortune of the emperor, emperors took these astrological readings very seriously, and they imposed on them absolute secrecy. Private astrological practice was totally prohibited.
你想在生产力水平非常低下的社会，有谁能够通过自己的辛勤的观测，发现了星象的这个位移和时间建立起联系，并且呢，把这样的一个时间告诉给氏族的成员，他就可以按时的播种，按时的收获，最后就有收获了。那这样的人，其实在氏族成员来看，就是具有神力的人，啊，他甚至是可以与天沟通的人。
People of ancient times believed there was an omnipresent principle dominating the movement of the heavenly bodies, the change of the seasons, and the life of human beings. And the existence of this principle was always demonstrated by certain natural phenomena. This is the reason this observatory was known as Ling Tai, meaning efficacious platform. At the observatory, which was of course with the exclusive use of the imperial family, professionals in early astronomy watched the sky day and night, observing various kinds of unusual phenomena, whether forecasted or appearing unexpectedly. By doing so, they hoped to decode instructions from the heavens intended for mankind.
中国古代的天文呢，自始至终都没有作为一个纯粹意义上的科学而存在。它从诞生的那一天开始，就具有强烈的政治倾向和人文特点。我们可以这样说它对于古代的时空观、政治观、宗教观、祭祀制度、礼仪制度、科学观以至这个哲学观，都有非常重要的影响。而这些观念呢，构成了中国传统文化的核心内涵。
Next year, the two young girls will begin to study astrology, the calendar, ceremonial sacrifice, and medical skills. Their mastery of these will be the deciding factor in whether they can pass the examination and become true Taoists.
5、6、7、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17。
考五部经呢，早晚课、三观祖师、北斗经，还有些那个太上感应篇、道德经，然后这两样是要背的，然后还有太极拳、太极剑都要学的。在这里先考试过了之后，然后想学一些医术或者是说这方面的，还有呢就是想去唱曲。
Laying the foundation to becoming a Taoist centers on perusing the various kinds of Taoist sutras. The first step is to approach the altar and take part in Taoist rites. The master has told Xiaofei that through learning Taoist sutras, she can rid herself of all worldly entanglements and questions and come to know the Taoist world, thus gaining peace and wisdom with which to contemplate the world. As time passes, the two little girls gradually become familiar with the classical Taoist books. They realize, however, that achieving inner cultivation will be a long journey. When the prince of the state of Jingle abandoned his wealth and went to Wudang mountain alone, he swore under a betel tree to become a Taoist. However, the hardships he encountered in the course of cultivation frequently caused him to consider abandoning his chosen path. But then, one day, when he was at needle grinding well, he realized that even an iron rod could be ground into a needle. Finally, the prince was able to rise to become the true warrior emperor at Nanyan Rock. According to both legend and the historical record, those who succeed in self-cultivation inevitably suffer many long periods of loneliness. How long will these two young girls follow this path? During this, the most changeable season of the year, the Taoists of Wudang are seeking, as always, to gain revelations from different astronomical phenomena. In the Yuan dynasty, a Taoist called Zhang Shouqing always prayed by means of conducting Taoist rites, and he was always successful. For this achievement, he was much appreciated by emperors of several generations. Nanyan Palace was also personally patronized by an empress. In the earliest literature, praying for rain became an important and established practice. This was during an era when many auspicious events held a magical attraction. People wondered what kind of fantastic world existed on Earth. The most important aspect of Taoist ritual is the incantation. It's usually written on yellow paper or silk. Taoists believe that incantations facilitate a channel of information through which people can communicate between earth and heaven. In regard to the form and content of the incantation, it seems at first to be mysterious, but in fact the ordered combination of drawings and characters not only maintains the original literal meaning, but also stresses its analogous aspects. In other words, this combination of words and images becomes transformative literature.
符往往都是很长的，那个字是非常长的。那么呢，它既像汉字又不是汉字。那么为什么呢？其实它里边有几个很重要的元素。第一，它一定要有天的概念，所以上面基本上画了那么多小圆圈啊、小杠杠，实际上那是天象。那么呢，下面呢是什么呢？就是下面是鬼，一般都是大头鬼的一个样子，而中间呢是人事。 中间它就是，实际上这个是我们传统文化里的这个天地人三才文化的一种表现。
Assisting one's family and relieving the suffering of other people is the foundation of Eastern religion. Taoist incantations also follow this path. The incantations seem to be mysterious, but Taoists are accomplished masters of medicine. Taoists write incantations mostly with vermilion, which is scarlet red in colour. In the Divine Farmer's Herbal Root Classic, vermilion is regarded as a top-grade medicine, principally used to cure diseases of the 5 internal organs. The yellow paper on which the incantation is written is dyed with curcuma, which is thought to have the function of promoting the circulation of vital energy and relieving pain.
那么它的符水 基本上是什么呢？它一般都是用某一种中药材煮制而成。比如说，这个人如果这个人喝醉酒了，他发狂的话，那么他给他的符水呢，基本上就是葛根汤，就是用葛根来煮成的水啊，就是然后给你灌下去，然后葛根呢恰恰是走胃的，然后这样的话呢，就使得他的那个内心深处，就是他能够解他的这个酒。
Under the guidance of their teachers, Xiao Fei and Xiao Du begin to learn how to concoct water remedies and decipher the world of incantations. It looks very much like a standard medical class. Basil soup is used to cure a cold, angelica and ginseng soup is used to cure weakness, haricot bean soup is used to cure heat stroke, corn mint is used to cure a sore throat, and so on. This seemingly simple water remedy tradition in fact involves profound medical knowledge.
那么这个刀伤的时候，他经常会用一个黄标纸，啪一下贴在你的这个伤口上，然后呢，哎，嘴里再吐一口符水，给往上一沾，然后慢慢你这个伤疤呢就收敛了。这一收敛了，你觉得哎是这个符纸啊，还有这个符水起到作用。其实它那个黄标纸是在白矾当中泡过很久的。那么呢，这样的话，白矾本身就有就是去腐肉，然后呢敛肌的这个效果，就使你的肌肉慢慢就能够皮肤啊这个破损就能够长起来的这个作用。所以很多的那个秘密呢，其实都藏在这个医药的这个就是这个科学的道理里边。
When the last leaf of the pawpaw tree in front of the purple heavenly hall falls, winter comes. Xiao Fei and Xiao Du have now reached their 18th birthdays. Without candles and cake, and without blessings from relatives, the two girls quietly undergo their adulthood ceremony. All of their birthdays from now on will follow the same pattern, because becoming a Taoist indicates separation from earthly ways. They will not have a name, and nor will they remember their age. They will use their youth and all their days thereafter to pursue the path of enlightenment. They're taught not to be content with life and not to be afraid of death. life is transformed from immaterial to material and returns to being immaterial from material. After the first snow of the winter, Xiao Du returns to visit her family. However, when the spring comes, Xiao Fei doesn't see Xiao Du return. She feels disappointment, but doesn't ask why. The unexpected farewell makes her feel a little melancholy and lost. Perhaps her friend was overcome by the loneliness of inner cultivation.
灭世间的那个杀伐之三观经，都消灾，都出家人念这个三观经，他或是消那个3、4之业障，白到是不是白到。
Taoists believe that a person's life descends from heaven to the earth, and that on the earth the spiritual energy of the 6 divinities, the azure dragon, the vermilion bird, Polaris, the water snake, the white tiger and the black tortoise, influence the spirituality of human beings. This is why people should face the north to worship the Big Dipper.
为什么人们要拜斗呢？这个古人认为，斗是在天界高高在上，监视着我们人类。你做了什么不好的事情，做了邪恶的事情，这个斗是要给你记下来的。记下来以后，最终是要通过一种手段来惩罚你。
Heaven expresses its inner being through astronomical phenomena. How can human beings express their minds to heaven? Taoists have inherited a unique way to do this, and it's been passed down since ancient times.
禹治理洪水的时候很辛苦啊，据说是8年在外，3过家门而不入啊，为了国忘了家的。但是他就因为到处治理洪水，后来得到什么？有人说他是中风。 有点瘫痪了，所以他的这个脚走路不方便，所以这个禹走路啊，就好像一个人瘫痪之后走路不方便，有点颠颠倒倒的样子。但是因为禹是个圣人呐，所以毒蛇猛兽、蜜蜂这些啊，看到他都避开，所以这种禹走路的样子就变成禹步。
From the steps of Yu to the Taoist worship of astral deities, communication between people, heaven and the earth was conceived of as being deeply vivid and rich. Ancient people often used the 8 diagrams, the Big Dipper, and the 28 constellations to symbolize the movements of the heavenly bodies, the mystery of the Creator, the broadness of the universe, and the passage of time. Eventually, what resulted was a concentrated view of the universe in the form of a perfectly balanced schematic diagram. Together, the Taoist worship of astral deities and calculation by fingers form a magical journey from the world to the heavens. In the world, a person is like a drop in a bucket, and Xiao Fei is aware of her smallness. Zhuangzi said that in childhood, each of us is like a fish that can't survive without water, and that when we grow up, we turn into a bird that cannot live without air. However, air is found everywhere, and so the bird flies higher and higher. Finally, the bird reaches the heavens. The bird then looks down at the earth and perceives that a large state is no bigger than a grain of rice in a granary.
你看，能把中国看成1厘米啊，代表看到这个地球啊，1定比乒乓球还小。那你从多远的距离才能看到地球像乒乓球一样呢？外太空嘛。所以这一来的话呢，整个地球都很渺小，你何必去在意人间的得失成败呢？
Feel the energy of heaven and earth with your heart. Give each primitive being an extraordinary pair of wings. Heaven and the earth are omnipresent, and so is Taoism.
我们只是宇宙中间的一员，是吧？那么这样的一个存在其实是非常渺小的，这样的一种观念就使得它的这种宇宙观是博大的，是包容的。既然是博大的、包容的，它就不能是冲突的，因此它又讲究和谐，讲究在宇宙中一员的人要和天地产生一种和谐，这都是一种非常独特的一种进步的思想，啊，这样的一种思想其实影响了中国古人去如何看待自然的世界，包括看待我们人体本身。
Every time the grand Taoist rites are held, Taoists bathe in a unique kind of fragrant water. This is one of the traditions of Taoism. Taoists believe that the rites are held to facilitate communication between heaven and earth, as well as with deities, and that they can only do this with clean bodies. Only with clean bodies can they appreciate the great beauty of the universe with a pureness of heart. For Xiao Fei, this is an important day. From being unaware to achieving understanding, after a year of hard effort, she can finally enter the Holy Hall. To the sound of music and dance, the ancient air floats down the long river of time to be by our side. It seems like a familiar but strange old dream, remote and faint. This is a sincere ceremony to enable dialogue between human beings and nature. It seems that for thousands of years, the circle of the sky with its winds and floating clouds, and the square and broad earth have been brought together through the simple desires of true idealists. Every day here, life begins in the same way. Xiao Fei doesn't know how long she will stay here or what the future will be. Perhaps life is just a journey from one bank to the other. It seems that whether we pursue a rich and materialistic mode of life, or one that is purer and simpler in spirit, we need to choose the proper way to proceed and rest. Perhaps everything is a process of change.